All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. The biggest sports podcast in the country. I'm your host, Vinny Jura. We're going to be talking about what athletes have gone through in their careers in the country. I mean, I'm talking about Uganda. And tonight in the studio, I'm with the beautiful Maureen Amoding.
Hi, Vinny. Thanks for hosting me. My name is Marina Monding, a former player of the national team, the national basketball women's team, the Gazelles. I'm honored and pleased to be here.
Yeah, Maureen, I would love to say Happy New Year. This is your second time to be on the podcast. I mean, we did something a couple of years ago during COVID, and it
Yeah.
was fun. And you're finally back. What has changed in your life ever since? Did you get married? How many kids do you have? How many trophies have you won? Tell us about your life. Let me
I'm very
begin with that.
disappointed in you. By that time, I was already married. Anyhow, I think the difference is I had a second baby. I still went back to play. A lot has happened over the last few years. I I founded an organization called Aid Africa Initiative that works a lot with student athletes and does a lot of mentorships in schools. I think for me that has been one of the highest achievements in my life from the last time we met.
Okay.
Yeah,
So let me dive into it. Let's talk about sports. I mean, the
yeah,
reason for this podcast today is just to find out about who Maureen is. I mean, what Maureen went through sports. How has sports impacted your life? There are a lot of kids outside there who want to get inspired.
yeah.
Get inspired. I mean, you have two boys. I've met them,
Mm.
Tawanda and
To Melo.
yeah, I've met them. I know they are going to be sportsmen. You are a general on the court. I know you're still playing. I know you're a general. I mean, I've also met your husband, Ken. He's also a bowler. He's tall. He's definitely. I mean, the kids definitely have sports genes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's obvious. So I want you to inspire the kids outside there. And I don't want this to be like an interview, like quick fire. I ask you this, you give me a direct answer. No, I just want us to talk. Let's discuss. Yeah, so I'll dive into it. I'm going to ask you the first question. Tell me about your journey in sports.
um, I would say I'm one of the lucky ones. I didn't really struggle so much because once I identified with basketball, I wouldn't say I haven't had hiccups or challenges. I have had them, but I think for me, what has made the difference is having that mental strength to go through the challenges that life throws at me. And I would highly associate it to my background, how I've been brought up. Like after a fall, it doesn't really matter how much you fall. It's what defines you is how you get up. And I think that mentality has really helped me a lot. That's why when you're asking me about challenges, it's actually very, very hard to identify that I've actually had challenges along my basketball career. But for challenges, yes, I remember my first team that I ever played for. That's A1 Challenge. It was crazy. I'm going to tell you because I found big dogs on the court. If you know the Liz Bazira.
Yeah, of course, Basir Ali is
Yeah,
definitely
Viola.
power forward.
These were big dogs. Mavita Ali. And I was young. I didn't know so much about
But
the
you're still
game.
young. What do you mean you were young?
Yeah, but then I was really, really young because
You're a
I was in
baby.
my senior fall vacation when I joined A1. And I kid you not, it wasn't an easy journey. But like I keep telling myself that for everything that comes my way, I'll take it on, head on.
Yeah.
I fear nothing. And once I am focused on getting to the other side of whatever I want to do, I actually do. And I think it's purely the mentality that has helped me. So yeah, the challenges have been there, like gelling on the team. The first time I went for national team, I trained the entire time. The big dogs came. They gave them the sports that we had actually thought we were so sure we're traveling with the
Yeah.
team because we're the only ones training. But I didn't take it to heart. I didn't stop pushing. And yeah, I've played for the national team, I don't know for how many years. And today or tomorrow, if I ever walked away from the game, I would say I gave it my utmost best.
Okay, I just want you to take me through your high school basketball career, how you began starting, who mentored you. I don't know. I also used to play basketball, and someone who also knows you, and I think he was in school with you, called Ebolius Mike Tobias. He
Yes.
told me he tried to teach you a few things when you're in high school with him.
Yeah.
So take us through that part of high school, then the university. I know you're in Uganda Christian University, Lady
Yeah.
Cannons. I know you were there. Then also take us through the league briefly.
Basketball wasn't my first love. I was a junkie of many sports disciplines. I played the first sport I ever played was cricket.
Wow.
It's so odd. Yeah, but it's the first thing I ever played. And then from cricket, I played netball. And I think it's from netball that it was easy for me to transit into basketball. So in my P7 vacation, I remember in Valley there was a YMCA. I don't know why they're no longer there anymore.
There was
It's
like a whole
crazy.
institution there.
Yes, it was like a no, not an institution. It was like a recreation center for
Yeah.
the youth. And I went there. This time I saw actually it was full of boys. And boys were playing. I'm like, I think I can play this game. So slowly by slowly I fell in love with the game. Uh, Thankfully, the secondary school I went to had basketball, but unfortunately, there was no girls' team. I was a pioneer of that girls' team. Because
Wow.
people, I think, saw me play, they're like, actually, some other netballers can join in and we play that game.
Yeah.
So that's how it, it all happened for me in high school. Then, of course, Ebolias, I remember my late coach, Onyango, rest in peace. Those are guys that helped us, encouraged us, showed us the way. And for me, after my senior four, I was the first student to ever be awarded a scholarship in Chibuli SS. Chibuli is known to give scholarships for sports.
Yeah.
But Mr. Tamale saw me in St. Louis, Chibuli, and was like, you know what, I'm taking you to Chibuli. I'm like, how? Like, there's no way I can't afford such a school.
Yeah.
Because then I remember my mom couldn't afford it, of course. So I was struggling with understanding how I'm going to join such a school. I told him, I can't come to your school. He said, no, 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 no. I put even a condition. I said, okay, if I'm to come, I have to come with one of my friends. And she was our point guard. Fortunately for her, her parents could afford.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were taken into Chibuli SS. And um, in Chibuli, I joined A1
No,
Challenge.
before we go to Airwan Challenge, I need you to tell us about Chibuli. Did you win any trophies from Chibuli? Any teammates you'd like to talk about when you're in Chibuli?
In Chibuli, I remember that cohort had Makasi.
That was the general.
Yes. One of my closest friends, Mebra Sheila, we met on the basketball court. And Eric Malinga was our
Remember, I used to
coach.
play
Yeah,
basketball.
yes, she used to play. And Eric Malinga was our coach. And it's so funny that it's from that cohort that we are still friends until now. It's
Yeah.
from then that those are my longest friends.
Yeah.
Then through school competitions, I met Angela Namirimu, Halima Nabusimba, Kirungi, Ruth Kirungi, Peace Nachirija, and these are people that are my support system. So yeah, we won a championship when I was in my senior five, and I was the MVP in Seta High School. We went,
Oh, it was a high school championship.
yeah, it was in Seta, yes.
Was it Sprite or
Yeah, it was Sprite. It was Nasiba actually,
Nasiba?
National. I don't remember what
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Sports Association or something like that. So from there, we went for East African Games. Unfortunately, for the East African Games, we didn't really go far, but I would say we could reach like the semis, the finals.
The
For the
Kenyan
2 years,
teams were
yeah,
too
the
good or
Kenyans.
something.
Yeah, but they had massive teams. So
No evidence, of course.
no evidence, but you could clearly see like, oh, chick, you're not my age mate. Like, there's no way you can
Yeah.
be our age mate or younger than us. You could clearly see they were playing dirty,
African
but
sports, huh?
yeah, but again, it was a nice, beautiful experience because of the exposure. You get to meet different people, and there's a lot you learn along the way if you're involved in
Yeah.
sports. Yeah, that groom that grooms you for what life has to throw at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, of course, after high school, you went to university, or you immediately after high school you joined a club or something.
No, no, no. playing for A1. So I figured
You were
A1,
playing for A1 when you're in high school?
yes, in my senior 5 and senior 6, I was in A1.
Okay.
So after that, I figured that the team was way advanced than I was. I needed space to grow, and if you play any sport, it's tough to grow when you're not playing.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
it has to be very practical and relatable. So it's good to train. It's good to be disciplined. It's good to do all those things, but you need to be given an opportunity to play.
Yeah.
So in A1, I wasn't given a lot of time. If you remember A Blink, those small tournaments. So
Yeah.
those are
MOOC
the
open or
tournaments.
something.
Yeah, those are the tournaments they used to give us to play, and I felt like if I really needed to advance and grow, I needed to go to a younger team and
Yeah.
build with them, grow with them, as I also learned a two of things to improve on my game. So I made a decision to join in my senior six back. I joined Ladybugs. Yes, under the leadership of Harriet Lubowa.
Yeah, I think she's a referee or something now.
Yeah, and and she really, I would say she gave us opportunities to play. We used to train at YMCA. With the club didn't have money, but we just loved to play together. Me, I remember Martha.
Martha Soigi.
Yes, we
Wow.
played together in Ladybugs, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful because then we were free, like you could express yourself. You were given an opportunity to make mistakes,
Yeah.
and and above all, there was decency and respect when it comes to correction. A coach had the decency and respect on how to correct the players. So I felt very, very at home. I grew so much in Ladybugs because I would play 40 minutes, I would score 40 points, I would express myself.
Yeah,
I grew
at
so
least I've
much.
seen you score 40
Yeah,
points.
I grew so much. I grew so much in Ladybugs. So then I had to join university, and my first year of university was really, really scary because I had an opportunity to go to either to KIU or UCU. So I applied in both universities, and UCU turned me down. So I went to KIU. Fortunately for me, our first game was
Again, it's
against
you see you.
UCU. So I come and play. And the funny thing, what's so funny is the scholarship was between me and Angela. And they chose Angela.
Namiremo.
Yes, my closest friend. So they chose her. I'm like, oh man, you've got a good deal, but well, we are still in the same circle, we shall keep meeting.
Yeah.
So I go work hard. I'm like, this is an opportunity for me to prove myself. I applied for at KIU. I got my scholarship. Boom, my first game, UCU versus KIU. There's always that university
So
rivalry.
who was coaching KIU by then?
Nimrod Kabuha.
Then you see you.
It was Jason.
Yeah, Jason Mel.
Yeah. So our first game we go play, and in that game I remember I outscored everyone. I had a beautiful game. Jason called me out and said, Maureen, you're joining UCU. I said, but I can't because I already
Yeah.
gave you an. I said, then my mom gave me a call and I was talking to her about it. And because of pride, the ego, you're like, after I had asked them first and they jammed, now I
Yeah.
don't want, stuff like that. And I think for me, that is one of the moments that I appreciate my mom most because she helped me see the bigger picture
Yeah.
of life. She's like, if you go to UCU, you'll be grounded, first of
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
There is a touch of Christianity, which is a huge value back home. And she looked at the discipline aspect and she's like, UC is going to mentor you in not just being a good basketballer,
Yeah.
but also being a good productive citizen. And it was in that moment that I made a decision. I packed up my bags. I said my goodbyes to KIU. It was painful, of course,
Yeah,
because I'd already
definitely.
built
Yeah.
a good thing with my KIU people. So,
So, just something small. I mean, you played one game for KIU,
yeah.
then you changed and went to UCU.
Yeah,
Was it
because
possible in the league back then?
I didn't play that entire year,
Ah, okay.
but I kept training with the team.
Yeah.
I didn't play that year, but I was given an opportunity to train with the team, and I joined the team in 2010. And it's my first season with UC was in 2010,
Okay.
and that's when I was MVP, top scorer, and stuff
I mean,
like
in the
that.
league, like
Yeah, in the league.
with all the generals like Kasim,
Yeah,
Mavitas.
yeah, yeah. But UCU had a solid team, and then also their basketball program is really great. It shows till today. They have really held it together, kept it together, and man, we just don't give them enough credit. But
Yeah.
I think they have changed people's lives because I mean, paying tuition of 2 point something
No, it's
million
crazy.
shillings,
It's crazy.
it's crazy, and
Yeah.
these are things I think we don't upload enough. But I think the league owes it to UCU to just thank them for the cream they
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
produce. Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm.
So after UCU, was that it?
No, after UCU, you know, being in the spotlight is tough, and I would want to say this. Sometimes that's why I feel like I felt the need to start up EduAid.
Yeah.
Because when you're in the spotlight and trying to figure out things, trying to make decisions, you really need to have a solid support system around you.
Yeah.
By a solid support system, I mean mentors, role models that you look up to that are going to help you actually make the right decisions. And for me, in that moment, I really struggled a lot. After UCU, I left before I finished school, and it's not like people were not talking to me about it. But looking back, I realized that I just didn't have those, because your peers may tell you, like Angela could tell me, like, man, just stay here, finish school, then go. And I'll be like, oh, I'm done. Like,
So you did a bachelor's and a master's or something from
yeah,
UCU?
I did, but my master's was a struggle because I left school before I finished my research,
Yeah.
and because I was far away from campus, I kept struggling to finish my research. And looking back, I was like, I should have just listened to the few people, my peers, the guys who were like, no, finish school, then you go out there. It only made sense after, but I'm grateful that I still finished my school.
Yeah.
I took it as priority one year, and I was like, this year I just need to put this on my achievement list and just get it out of the way. And yes, I'm so grateful because I can't tell you enough where this masters has taken me.
Yeah.
It has taken me places. So after UCU, I went to A1. I went back home.
Immediately after UCU.
Yeah, I went to A1 Challenge. And at A1, I wouldn't say it was a bad place. I keep saying every every season comes to teach you something, and you should be in a place where you meditate, reflect, and appreciate the people God brings in your life at that particular moment, because you get to learn a lot if your mind is open to learning. If and for every challenge that came my way, like I keep saying, I took it as a learning uh, stepping stone. Like, I've learned this. What should I do next? What This hiccup is huge. And honestly, I'm not going to say for all the clubs I've played for, it's been easy. No, it hasn't been easy because everyone recruits you with their expectations.
Yeah.
I remember in A1 we got to the semi-finals
And lost to KCCA.
and lost to KCCA,
I
but
remember.
to UCU.
It was KCCA.
And I remember I played so well that the first game in that semi-final I scored, I think it's my career high, I scored 41 points. Then the next game we lost because we were down 3 points, and I came on the 3 point. I took a three instead of taking the layup, and it did not enter. And I remember one of my teammates walking up to me and telling me, "You are the reason we lost." Wow.
That was
I
harsh.
I just couldn't.
Cold blooded.
And I was in so much pain that we had lost again. Like, she didn't make things easy, but like I keep saying, we are all here to live, and learn and appreciate the
Yeah.
moments. And yeah, what I could have done then maybe is stuff I can't do now because I learned from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after A1, I went to KCCA.
Yeah.
KCCA, I remember 2017, I got married. 2018, I played for KCCA. 2019, I gave birth to my first son. I came back to play. Um, that's when COVID hit. So I stayed out. I had another COVID baby. I was like, now, what's it? Let me just have another baby. So I had another baby. And then after that, this game. And even when I'm resting, I'm like, this time I'm not going to play. Like this year, man, like I'm done. I just don't want to hear contracts. I don't want to hear payments. I'm done. But like there is always that force that pulls me towards the game.
Yeah.
And I also felt like maybe if I found a way of contributing to the game in a different way
Yeah.
rather than playing, it would give me satisfaction. And yeah, if tomorrow the other day hang my boots, I would say
You feel great.
I wouldn't regret it. But yeah, as of now, I am there. I went to play after KCCA. I played for Jaguars. They brought another new coach in KCCA. He called me back. I went back to KCCA. And right now, I honestly don't think I want to play for any other team. I feel I'm satisfied. Really. Like
But I think, don't you still have a contract with KCA?
yeah, I have an extra year with KCCA, but I
Your manager's looking.
we shall talk about that. But I'm honestly looking because now I enrolled into school. I am doing something at UMI, which really demands a lot of my time. I have family, I have work, I'm growing educate, and right now playing honestly might be a tricky option for me. Yeah.
So you're calling it quits or something? You're hanging up your boots?
I don't want to be someone who hangs my boots then comes back. So I'll take. I don't know what to say, but for now I think I would consider a break.
Okay. I mean, quite a journey. I mean, that was Maureen Amoding. Of course, I call her the general. That's part one of our podcast. I mean, stay tuned for the next part. Thank you.